Hello everyone. So here we are on our second course about the heart. I'm Young from the Center of Balance, the acupuncturist and the herbalist. So today we continue the previous course about how a chance medicine practitioner look at the heart. We're gonna share some knowledge about the heart in chance medicine perspective. Okay, let's continue the course. Okay, so this PPT said the heart stores the spirit. Yeah. The heart governs life activities, consciousness, thinking, and emotions. As we said last time, nowadays a lot of people are suffering mental disease. So how the Chinese medicine practitioner treats mental disease? We treat the heart. Why we treat the heart? Because here it is. The heart governs the spirit. Okay, when the heart spirit is normal, the organs function coordinated harmoniously, and the body and the mind are healthy. As I said last time, nowadays the WHO also announced that as doctors and nurses, we should not only focus on the body, but also we should focus on the mental as well. So when the heart spirit is abnormal, the cooperation of the organs is affected. Also, the energy movement in your body, which is the chi movement in your body, becomes disordered. So what causes the mental disease? In Chinese medicine, we believe the most important factor is the heart. So when inefficiency of the heart blood fails to nourish the heart spirit, it will lead absent madness, palpitations, and insomnia. What does that mean? In Chinese medicine, we believe the heart controls the mind. But if the heart lacking of nutrition, if there are not enough blood to nourish the heart function is abnormal. The heart function abnormal not only the blood circulation abnormal, but also the mind abnormal as well. On the contrary, abnormal heart spirit can in turn affect a heart function of governing the vessels. So according to a research of a Japanese scientist, I remember there's a case. A woman, maybe 30, 40 years of woman, she experienced a trauma. His family died, I remember, because she was so sad about the loss. She was so sad about the passed away of her relatives. She caught heart disease in a very short time. I remember the doctors in Japan use the ultrasound to test this poor lady's heart. It turns out her heart is seriously ill in the ultrasound. The chambers of the heart becomes very big, so it causes her symptom. That lady, I can't remember that lady live or dying, but I just remember the case. Her relatives passed away, caused her heart disease. Before that, she's healthy. Her heart is normal, everything normal. But since the trauma, that lady's heart becomes serious illness. Even an ultrasound can show that. So from Chinese medicine perspective, it is very clear that abnormal heart spirit can affect the heart's function of governing the vessels. So 1,000 years ago, the Chinese ancestor found that in modern society now, this theory is approved, is evidenced by scientists. Okay, so if we want to make sure our mental is very healthy, the first thing you need to do is to keep your heart healthy. Of course, in Chinese medicine, not only the heart related to the mental, but also the liver as well, and the kidney and other organs. All in all, the heart is the most important organ among all the other organs. So this PPT said the heart stores the spirit. So in Chinese medicine, we believe there are 5 spirits: 神、魄、魂、意、志. It's a little bit difficult to understand the meaning of these 5 words. But in short, the heart stores 神 means you act. It means the heart stores the spirit means whether you can do things, whether you can study or thinking, it all relies on the spirit. If a person doesn't have spirit, people die. You can think the spirit is like conscious. It's like the power of the brain. If without the spirit, without the shen, without the shen, without the spirit, a person is like a walking dead. It's a long zombie. You must watch those TV series like the zombies, right? You saw zombies, they can walk, they can, eat people, but they don't have the thought. So in Chinese medicine, we believe that is Shen, which is spirit. Without spirit, without soul, a person cannot do normal things, cannot do normal activities like we do. So the brain's function relies on this, on the heart. So in Western medicine, we know the heart is just the organ that can pump the blood, right? But in Chinese medicine, the function of the heart includes there's a point, includes the function of the organ of the brain. We some we Chinese medicine practitioner, we believe even the brain is controlled by heart, because we believe this theory, the heart stores the spirit. So the heart stores the spirit, and it governs all mental activities. Like I said, thinking, studying, everything. It all relies on the heart's normal function. So when the heart spirit is abnormal, it will also affect other organs. Yeah, of course, like we said before, the heart is like an emperor of your body, controls all your organs. It's like commander. It's very important. So some people will confused about it. Everybody knows the brain is the commander of the body. Why you see the heart is the commander of the body? That's because, like I told you before, in Chinese medicine, the heart is not only the anatomy heart, but also it includes the function of the anatomy heart and the brain anatomy. So it makes sense. So in Chinese medicine, we believe heart is the commander of your whole body. So so grief and sorrow disturbs the heart. When the heart is disturbed, all the organs are shaken. What does that mean? Like like I, like I said before, the example of the Japanese lady, because the passing of her relatives, she feel very sorrow, and in the end, it caused her heart, get a very serious heart disease. So in Chinese medicine, long thousand years ago, they already found that the grief and sorrow can disturb the heart, can injure the heart, can injure the heart's muscles, can injure the heart cells. But because in the ancient time, the technology there's no so advanced science and technology to to test this theory in the lab. Um, but those Asian people, they look at this the human body from outside, and they mm, they will a lot of people, and they found they do the research on the real people, so they found the theory. Because in ancient time, um, the doctors, the Chinese medicine practitioners also, they will from all those patients, they will think about think about the theory, why think about the relation between the mental health and the disease. So actually, they are all evidenced based on amount of patients. So that's how Chinese medicine theory came up. They all based on the clinical research. To be honest, like today, we do RCT, random controlled trial on patients in hospital. Same in ancient time, they do those research on the amount of people, so it is reliable. And you also can see they are all, a lot of Chinese medicine theory are evidenced by, modern technology. Yeah. So the heart is related to emotion we always we talk about before, right? So the joy is a positive emotion resulting from sufficient heart blood and heart energy, which is heart qi. What does that mean? So people have different mental status like joy. Joy is but if you can you have enough joy in your life based on you have enough heart blood and heart energy. That's the resource of your joy. So if the excessive joy also damages the heart spirit, leading to excessive excitement and uncontrollable laughter. What does that mean? Excessive joy, excessive happiness actually is not good for the people. In Chinese medicine, we believe everything should be balanced. Not too much, not so less. That's the best status. That's the best state of the organ, of the mental. So excessive joy damages the heart spirit. What does that mean? I'll give you an example. Have you heard someone laughing because they're dying? Yeah, it's real. Laughing too much cause dies. It's unbelievable, right? But it is real. We do have the examples of that. In the ancient China, there used to be a 50-year-old student whose name is Fan Jing. This guy, he studied for whole life because in ancient China, every student wants to be officer. But in ancient China, if you want to be officer, you need to pass a test. You need to compete with other students. So you can take the test every year until your score is the highest one. If your score is the highest one in the test, you can be the officer. You can work for the government. So in China history, there's a story. There's this 5-year-old man, 5-year-old student. He studied his whole life because he wants to be a government officer. Finally, after he working so hard, after so many efforts, he eventually passed the exam, passed the test. became the officer. However, he is so happy about it. He is so happy about it because finally, after so many years of studying, he finally passed the exam. Number one on the test, he become the officer. He can eventually, get rid of the poor life. However, he got mad. He lost his mind. He got mad. M-A-D, mad. He even cannot recognize his own mother, own wife, and children because that man is so happy about the result. It caused disorder of his mental, caused the man lose conscious, caused the man, to be mad, mad. But so the joy, the excessive joy damages the heart spirit. If the heart spirit is injured, a person cannot do. The person's mental activities is abnormal. So insufficiency of the heart energy also can let you feel sadness. What does that mean? So like we said before, the heart pumps the blood, nourish the whole body. Also, the heart in itself needs nutrition as well, right? So insufficiency of heart chi can make a person feel sadness. That's because when the heart doesn't have enough nutrition, if there are not enough blood and energy to nourish the heart, it will cause mental disorder like sadness. Fair enough, because all the mental activities based on enough heart blood and heart energy. So so the heart also related to the vessels. Yeah, all blood vessels in the body belong to the heart, and the heart continuously beats to propel blood circulation. It's very easy to understand because scientists already found it by anatomy technology. So the heart's brilliance manifests in face, which reflects the state of heart energy and heart blood. So we Chinese medicine practitioner believe that the heart's function is normal or abnormal. We can find out just by looking at your face. Someone will say, nonsense. But it's real actually. Because in ancient China, how the Chinese medicine practitioners diagnose? No ECG, right? No blood test, right? We don't have that. But how do the diagnosis? By looking at the face, by looking at the tongue, by diagnosing your pulse. Each hand, there are 3 pulses. There's a vessel here, and here as well. Each hand has 3 organs. We can diagnose the organs healthy by touch the pulse, by diagnose the pulse. So say we can diagnose the heart just by looking at your face. That's because the heart's brilliance manifests in the face, and the face reflects the state of heart energy and heart blood. I'll tell you one example. If someone's face looks dark, pale, it means this man doesn't have enough blood in their body, because your face needs nutrition. Your face needs nutrition, needs blood to nourish. If the heart is unhealthy, the heart cannot supply more blood, more energy to your face. The face will look like pale. Yeah, it's very simple to understand. Like you plant a flower. If the flowers, if you don't give the flower enough, if you don't give the plant enough nutrition, the flower will not look like very beautiful, right? Bright. Eventually, in the end, it will fall. The petals will fall. The leaves will turn to yellow. Same. You just can consider your face is like a leaf of the tree. It's like a flower petal of the flower. And we human like a plant. If there is not enough nutrition in our body, not enough energy, not enough chi, not enough energy, which is chi, not enough blood in your body. So not enough nutrition to nourish your face, your skin, so you will look like pale. So that's why we can diagnose a person's health by looking at the face. It's very simple, right? So and there is another thing related to the heart very closely, which is the tongue. The tongue is the external manifestation of the heart, and governs the taste and the speech. So when the heart blood is sufficient, the tongue is red, lively, moist, taste is keen, and speech is fluent. So as you can see, if you let somebody open their mouth, look at their tongue, like this. If the color of the tongue is pale, not red, which means there's not enough blood to nourish the tongue. And because there's not enough blood to nourish the tongue is not flexible. The tongue cannot move smoothly. Your taste will retreat. Your taste function will retreat, and your speech cannot be so fluent. That's because there's not enough blood. There's not enough blood in your heart. So that when the heart blood is insufficient, the tongue is pale and speech is impaired. Also, when there's too much heat in your heart, it will cause the tongue become very red with sores. So the color of the tongue shouldn't be pale and shouldn't be very red like strawberry. So we Chinese medicine practitioner, we want everything in the balance. in a balance, not too much, not so less. So the pale means less blood. The red color, the excessive red color means too much heat. So we don't want too much, we don't want so less. You know what I mean? So when the hot blood is stagnant, the tail's color turns to dark to purple. You can see this thing in the heart disease patient, especially in hospital. I used to work in the hospital for many years. In my department, some patients they call heart disease, long-term heart disease, like coronary disease. You can see the color of their lips and their tongue. It's not normal like us, like normal people. The color of their lips and their tongue looks dark and purple. In Chinese medicine, if the color of the tongue and the lips looks purple, dark, it means your blood circulation is not good. Because in Western medicine perspective, we all know if the blood circulation is good, right? The color should be red and not purple. The purple means your blood lacking of oxygen. Why the blood lacking of oxygen? Because there must be some blood stagnation in the body. If the heart function is not very well in Western medicine, if the heart function is not well, the blood cannot absorb more oxygen, and also the heart function is bad. The heart doesn't have the power to supply more blood to the lips, to the tongue. It will cause this area, even your whole head, lacking the blood in your head, lacking of oxygen. It will cause the color will become dark purple. The color of the blood becomes dark and purple in Western medicine is lacking oxygen. It's very in Chinese medicine, like I said before, because at that time not so advanced technology, so they just by looking at the outside of the people, and they got a theory, but it's very easy to understand in the Chinese medicine theory, in Western medicine evidence. They are similar. So the heart corresponds to summer. What does that mean? So the heart belongs to fire with strongest young energy and corresponds to summer season. Summer nourishment involves going to bed late. Okay, we don't read too much. So what does that mean? The heart related to summer. In Chinese medicine, every organ related to one season. The heart related to summer. The liver related to spring. The spleen, the digestion system related to the end of the summer. There is a season between summer and the autumn, which is the last few days of the summer, related to the spring. and the autumn related to the lung, and the winter related to the kidney. What does that mean? Um, to be simple, let me explain to you in a simple way. We believe if you want to nourish the heart, if you want to do some good things to your heart, you better do it in summer. Also, on the other hand, a lot of heart disease patients, their condition become worse in summer. A lot of heart attack in summer, right? That's because in summer, a lot of hot heat in the nature, right? In Chinese medicine, we think the human's body is related to the nature closely. So, you know, the summer is the most warm season in the whole year, right? In Chinese medicine, which means this season has a lot of young energy, because young energy, it can make the the hot, it can generate the heat, the hot, the warm, it can stimulate the body, the nature. So, and in the human body, the heart, among all the organs, the heart has the strongest yang energy as well. So the summer has the strongest yang energy among the whole year, among the other seasons. The heart has a stronger yang energy among all the organs. That's why they are related. That's why we are related. Because no matter the heart or the summer, they all have the strongest yang energy. So how to make your heart function better? There are some little tips, like going to bed late. In summer, you're going to bed late. You not sleep very early, and get up early, like 6 a.m. You go to bed like 10 p.m. and extending outdoor activities to allow the heart function to reach its maximum potential. Also, the traditional Chinese medicine principle of treating winter disease in summer, we can, for those young energy deficiency heart disease can be regulated in summer, and it will have greater effectiveness. Like I said, because the heart relates to the summer, so we can supply the heart, nourish the heart in summer. We have better effects. So in the end, we do a quick review about how we look at a heart in Chinese medicine. The first thing, the heart governs the clarity, which means the heart vessels are unobstructed. The heart spirit is clear and lucid. Second, the heart fire should descend, which means the heart fire should supply the kidney fire. and the kidney yin should supply the heart yin energy. And third, the heart governs the blood. The heart dominates the blood, and also heart can generate the blood. It's different with Chinese medicine. The fourth, the heart governs all the vessels. The fifth, the heart governs the spirit. Heart is related to the mental health. The sixth, the heart stores the spirit. If the heart function is not abnormal, all the mental movements will be affected. Seventh, the heart related to the joy and to the face, to the town. And ninth, the heart relate to the summer season. So I forget to tell you about this. The sweat, you all know sweat. The sweat is generated by heart energy and heart blood. And the sweat is regulated by the heart spirit. Excessive sweating can consume a lot of heart energy and heart blood, leading to collapse of heart energy and a sudden collapse of heart yang energy. What does that mean? A lot of people like doing exercise in the gym because in Nordics a lot of people announce that, oh, you're sweating much, you can remove more toxin from your body, right? Because they believe the sweat is rubbish, it's trash, should be out of the body. To be honest, this is not real. Less sweat can transport some toxin from your body, right? Can remove some toxin out. But excessive sweating heavily is not good. Because in Chinese medicine, we believe the sweat is as important as your blood. It's very easy because where does the sweat come from? In Western medicine, the sweat is water, right? It comes from your tissue, especially they come from your blood. So in Western medicine, they believe the sweat comes from the water, and the water comes from the heart. So they think it's just water. But Chinese medicine practitioners believe the sweat is not so simple. It's not just the water. Actually, it includes a lot of nutrition in it. So we Chinese medicine practitioners, we don't recommend people sweat a lot, sweat heavily, because it sweat heavily will cost your energy and your blood. And if just one or two, if just once or twice, it's all right. But if you always sweat heavily, in the end, you will be weak. Your blood will be injured. You will not have enough chi, have enough energy and blood in your body. That because you lost too much because sweating heavily. So that's very important. So okay, so today's course is it's about to end. we share a lot of knowledge of the heart. So so our next live is should be the Tuesday next week. So next lesson, next live, we're gonna talk about the lung, and the lungs function from a Chinese medicine perspective. Okay, see you guys next time. Bye bye. Have a good day.